Hello. So, as I was bringing some fertilizer back to my husband, who you can see way back there in the field, we noticed that some frames that we set here for my bees to clean up were covered in bees. And we were trying to decide whether it was a swarm or just my bees cleaning it up. Well, there were so many bees on them, there's no way they were just cleaning it up. We decided it was a swarm. So, I just had jeans and a brightly colored shirt on, no protective gear whatsoever, and I decided to just take a frame and move the frame into my empty hive, which bees that are swarming are not aggressive. They're not protecting food, they're not protecting their home. So generally they are not aggressive. However, I do not recommend that anyone approach or disturb a swarm of bees unless you have done beekeeping before and know how to handle them. I was able to get 2 frames into an empty hive over there. However, when I picked up the one frame, a clump of bees fell on the ground, which happens, and when I came back to get more, they were flying all over, and I knew it wasn't safe for me to do, especially without a veil. Even longtime beekeepers that don't wear any of their protective gear, they do wear a veil. I'm normally not like that. I wear everything. So I ran to the house, put my bee gear on, and I'm going to attempt to move this last frame. Now, I did not look for the queen. I don't know if she was on one of the 2 frames I already put in. Hey Viv, can you take a free hand and tuck that frame under this to hold it up?
This one?
Yep. Is it gonna stay?
Yep.
So I'm going to carefully look over this and see if I see the queen in there. Because if you get the queen, the bees will follow. Now, I'm actually going to take this and hold under it because I don't want to lose a clump of bees again. Walk me through this. Ooh, mushy spot. Now, when I was doing this without my gear, I was not walking this close to my other hive. Viv will turn the camera so you can see him as we get up here. Because you should not walk in front of the hive, because that's the bee's path, and they will feel your presence there and investigate and perhaps sting you. So you never ever want to walk in front of a hive. So these bees stayed where I put them, which is good. So I'm hopeful that the queen is in there with them. And if Viv wants to take the camera and look down in between how thick. I only put these 2 frames in. These were already in, and look how many bees are in there already. And film that. You see all the bees are leaving this frame and going over here? I mean, it's like a frenzy. Go, go, go! I'm guessing the queen is on one of these frames. So that is fantastic. Because they all want to go where the queen is. So before we investigate this further, I'd like to take out, I'm going to gently slide this over and take out another frame to make it easier to get the other. Dottie? No. Dottie is our border collie. She likes to go wherever the bees are, but she is the last thing that should be back here by the bees. Her fur is black. Black to bees is danger, and they will attack her as if she were a bear. She has been attacked by bees before. We gave her Benadryl just as you would give a human being, and it was fascinating to watch the bees. They will burrow into her fur. Did you film me? They will burrow. You can see them twisting and turning to get into her fur to get to her skin. They instinctively know how to do that. I have your queen. Come with me. Oh, that's bad. That is not what I wanted to do. It's like a giant game of pick up sticks. Sweet girls, come on. I have your queen. Come with me.
You can't call them like a dog.
Dottie, go.
This one isn't.
Every now and again. So we're gonna slide these frames into here. And if you look at this frame, it's nasty. It's disgusting. There's mold, there's damage from other insects that we won't get into, probably mice. It's bad. So
It gives them something to do.
it gives the bees something to do. They will clean that up. That leaf doesn't really need to be in there. So now we're going to pull these frames back over here because you want them to be tight up against each other. Otherwise, the bees will make their own frame of wax in between.
And it looks really cool, but you can't really get any honey out of it if they do put honey on.
So I'm looking for the queen.
Most likely she's going to be in the biggest cluster because they'll all be around her, right?
The bees move out of the way when you blow on them. So that gives you a chance to look more carefully because likely they will be surrounding her to protect her. And since it's not the warmest of days out, they will want to keep her warm. I'm not seeing her on there, and since they were all kind of moving this direction, let me see, this is really tippy. I'd like to move it over so it's not so tippy. Look down in there. Are you, there's a bee on the phone. Are you helping me look?
Yeah,
And
trying
is
to
the
do
screen actually
it. Yeah.
looking at the bees?
Oh, crunch.
Did you crunch a bee?
No, I was crunching the sugar stuff.
Where is your leader? They're not moving. They are not going to let us see her.
So most likely she's in that cluster.
I have to think she's probably on one of these two. Since when I put that third frame in, they all went this direction. It's really quite fascinating to watch.
I'm just waiting for a bee to crawl on the lens of the camera.
I'm gonna look down there. They're still kind of moving that direction, so I have to think
She's on this frame.
she's on there. You have bees all over you, Viv. You probably shouldn't be sitting in front of the hive.
Bees have their butts up.
Yeah, when bees have their back end up, if I see one doing it, I'll have her film it.
There are a bunch over here.
That's okay. Anyway, when bees have their back side up, that's a defensive mode. That's showing a predator that they're serious and to back off. I think I feel rain. That's bad. Well, that one's even got pollen. Usually a swarm isn't really carrying pollen with them, but... Are you on here, my lady? Whoa. She's on this one. She must be on that one. Where are you hiding? I want to find you.
It's raining.
It's raining. You're really not supposed to work bees in the rain. in here? Are they hiding you that well? They must be. They must be.
So funny. You hive to be in it to win it.
Well, I'm assuming she's in here. I just can't tell you where.
There wouldn't be that many robber bees on one thing, so.
So what we're going to do is give them some frames.
What about this? Wait, this one isn't the right size, is it?
No. This is a good one. Oh, I wish I could find her. I'm going to run back over there just for 1 minute.
All right.
We can keep filming in there and talking about bees.
Okay. Now what this is we mix sugar and water and poured it into an old box and cut it to the right shape for in the winter, so when it gets cold and they can't get much nectar and pollen and stuff, they have this for food. This we use this for insulation for the bees. It's basically just a regular box that we put 2 boards down the middle so they can get in between the boxes. But this is for insulation, and these keep it warm in the winter too. Oh, poor Beatrice.
Over there. I brought a few.
I think Beatrice passed away. How many Beatrices have we had? Yep, it's raining. I'm getting a little wet.
I'm going to put this in just because there's things on it. And I'd like to put it in. Alright, so we most likely captured a swarm. Could have been one of mine, might not have been. No way of knowing at this point unless we open up my hives. And I'm not willing to do that because it's about, well, it is raining. So we're not going to do that.
The screen is wet.
What we are going to do is put this on and
Find a rock.
hope for the best.
Find a rock.
I will. Now, what we have to do is somehow protect